have President Chartrand on the line right now from the PAW.
All the way beautiful, cold, the PAW.
Oh, it must be beautiful up there.
Oh, it's beautiful. The sky is blue. Temperature is starting to warm up a little bit. It was really cold this morning.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
How is my voice coming down? Is it clear? Because, actually, I put myself in a little tiny room here. I might be echoing. So is my voice coming out clear?
Yeah, it sounds clear. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Well, as you know, this is the 78th year for the Trappers Festival, something I think this community is very, very proud of, and something that really resonates, that you can maintain continuation of a particular festival for 78 years. So, but it takes, let's remember, it takes a lot of volunteers, a lot of people willing to sacrifice their evenings, weekends, and now throughout every day, they'll be swamped with so much responsibility to run such a big event. Mm-hmm. I had the lucky fortune this morning myself, and Judy Mayer is the vice president, of course, here. Joan Ledoux is the executive member elected in this region, and Francis Chartrand was also all the way here. Came to support, of course, Judy and help out. And we had the privilege of shooting the shotgun at 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock. It was 10. They changed it to 11. Mm-hmm. So I had the privilege, along with Judy and Joan, to shoot the shotgun. Oh. And three of us had fired a gun. Judy's didn't go off. And so I think there was a reason why. There's pictures of her, how she's holding it. So I think we'll have to take her to gun lessons next year. Anyway, but it was a lot of fun. We all laughed and we took pictures. But to see the dogs, I was just, these aren't huskies. They're very like greyhound-looking, shorter dogs. Mm-hmm. They're slim, and you could tell they're there for speed. Yeah. They will run 105 miles for the next 3 days. Oh. And so I started yesterday, so it is amazing. Jeez. The dogs just going absolutely ballistic, just bucking to get going, and they're all waiting for that shotgun shot.
Oh, that's exciting.
It's exciting to see it all. You just get the blood pumping, and then the crowd was humongous out there, and you couldn't find a place to park. Every snowbank by the lake shore was people standing, and it looked so lovely. And I want to thank people like Sonny, who's actually been involved here forever, Sonny Lavalley, and so I had a chance to say hello to him, and again to congratulate him for the hard work that this community and of course the many volunteers that do it, like Lonnie Stevenson. She's been a chair of Northern Trappers Festival for a hell of a long time. Mm. She's a very successful volunteer in making Trappers Festival be well known not only in the Manitoba but the world. Mm-hmm. I think they have American dogs that come in here to race. Jeez. And of course, I think first prize is $9,000 and prizes after that. But everybody's cheering for that trophy. Put your name on that trophy, because that is, for the dog mushers, that is it's like getting the Stanley Cup. Oh. Yeah. So, but it was great to see, and all of us who watched anticipation as they took off was like bullets. And everybody takes off their trucks. And they drive down the highway. They're on the side. You'll see them on the side of the ditches, and at times they have to cut off the side of the ditch, and they're gone to little lakes, little swamps, running through the air on their way back to that long first run, and then back again to the starting base. So it's beautiful to see, and anybody has not seen it, I encourage you, next year's 79th anniversary, or tomorrow morning. I think they're still running tomorrow. But if you want, just come see it and get to see them going. Like, I can't believe the speed. Like, these dogs are made for speed.
I hope it's video. Is it videotaped, David?
Say it again?
Is it videotaped?
There's some, yeah. Everybody's got their phone out. And I think I'm sure I'll check around, see if I can get one for everybody.
That would be something.
Or have one put in the MMF website.
Yeah, to see that.
I'll check it out. I know that everybody had their phone out, but they're taking pictures, and I don't know if anybody's taking videos. But it was, again, a sight to see, and I was all pumped up watching it, and it's just great to see. But of course, as I said, volunteers make things happen, and even here at the Métis Hall where I am right now, mm-hmm. They had a breakfast, sausage and pancakes and eggs and coffee and tea and you name it. Oh, yeah. And of course, it takes hard-working people to make it happen. And here, this region is very lucky to have Juanita Cote. She's been involved for some time, and she walks around there making sure everything is getting in place, jumps in the kitchen and make sure, and the pancakes were superb. Mm. You'd think those pancakes at Smitty's were good. You wait till you try pancakes in the ball. They knock the hell out of Smitty's. So I want to thank Juanita and their team and all her volunteers. But I especially want to thank something that makes good sense, in a sense of good teaching. They actually have a partnership with the school, and the kids from the school come and work here. They'll work today and again tonight. Of course, the big Métis night, and I'll get into that shortly. It's now been going on 18 years. Jody, of course, is the vice president, hosted this now for 18 years. And the tickets sell out before they start. That's how demanding these tickets are. They're gone when they come out, because I think they can only have, I don't know how many hundreds can fit in this hall, but as soon as they come out, they're gone. Like, boom, everybody's buying 10, 20 for their family, and this place is jam-packed tonight.
Jeez.
But I want to take the opportunity to thank some young kids that are actually making such a big difference, helping out. And in order just to say kids, I want to name them. I want to firstly name Avery Benson. Thank you, Avery. Ellis Benson. Evan Ross. Jackson Benson. Hunter Cody Fleck. Cordelia Terran. Shane Jackson. And he was the pancake flipper. And those pancakes were tremendous. So they'll be working again tonight, serving the elders and helping out at the buffet-style dinner tonight's event. So you didn't, I don't think you could get in. But all those people that have their tickets, get prepared for tonight. You got Sean Mozo from Evan Flow, is the Sean Mozo band. You got United Thunder dancing here, of course, the square dancers. You got Megan Gambler, I think is the name. They got their dance group coming in. We got Tinio all the way from Winnipeg, Debbie Coco's young dancers. They're coming in. So you're gonna, and of course we have fiddlers here in Winnipeg, DePaul. They'll be providing on stage. But I want also, before I close off this issue, this update on this particular event, I want to congratulate again Juanita Cote, who was the lead on running the event. In a sense, I'm meaning the cook, the kitchen, and the organization of the tables and everything. But I want to congratulate her daughter, Chloe Cote. She's 21 years old. She's running for the Fur Queen of Trappers Festival.
Oh.
She's also a youth chair for a youth committee of the MMF, and she's secretary for the provincial youth overall. So she's obviously already taking leadership roles and practices. And wish you well, Chloe, and wish you success. And even if you don't hit the top bar, you're just putting your name forward is something that should be commended. And again, I congratulate you. So I'm going to get to some birthdays now, so I can move on. I have a little phone in my hand now. I don't have it on the paper. Birthdays right here. Of course, happy 77th birthday is going to Rita Cullen, former MMF Minister of the Southwest Region. I hope she's doing okay. Celebrated her birthday on Monday, February 10th. Happy third birthday is going to Petra Jackson. That's Sheila Jackson, and she works in the labor market field. Her granddaughter was celebrating her birthday on Sunday, February 16th. Another one is happy second birthday is going to Caleb Janai. That's Kevin Janai's grandson, who's celebrating his birthday on Sunday, February 16th. And happy 49th birthday to Bonnie Hatch. She works at the Paul Region staff. I haven't seen her yet. I always look forward to saying hello to her. And of course, her dad treats me so well when I go out to Coal Lake to see them. And Dennis Hatch is also named here. You'll hear me. That's Bonnie's uncle. And he plays a big role in some of this events happening on Métis Days here during Trappers Festival. But Bonnie's celebrating her birthday on February 17th. So happy birthday. Happy 49th. She's getting the big 5-0 next year. Happy 74th birthday is going to our elder, Linda St. Pierre, Sarah, who's celebrating her birthday on Wednesday, February 19th. And again, that's next year's 3/4 of a century. So happy birthday, Elder Linda. I'll give you a big hug when I see you. And of course, happy 64th birthday is going to Al Benoit, the MMF, Chief of Staff, and his birthday is on February 9th. So kudos to them. I'm sure they'll get spoiled in their own way. Also, the next, of course, gospel tune, can you make sure you send it out to the Racine family? Our thoughts and prayers are with them. And Steve Racine was a very active leader and local leader. And, of course, his sister, Leah LaPlante, has been vice president there for at least going on 30 years. But he passed on a while ago, a few years ago, Steve. And his wife just passed away now on January 27th. So our condolences go to the Racine family and to their children. And, of course, to Leah and her family and all of them. And I'm sure already Geraldine is up there. That's her name, Geraldine. She's up there with Steve. And they were such a pleasure to meet all the time when they're together. they're hand in hand together wherever you went. So a funeral took place on February 14th in Boisdevine, and I know Will Goodon went there to represent myself and, of course, our government.
Yes.
So, again, it's always our time. Make sure you mention Racine family in the next gospel tune, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Tuesday is a big event taking place at I'm not sure where it is. I think it's at the MMF. Let's see. I'm looking through this quickly here. It's at 200 Main Street. Yes, the building we own on 200 Main.
Okay.
That's when the 60 Scoop Bridge to Justice Fund is commencing. The initial group is from the following regions. This is, of course, the 60 Scoop. I know people got mixed up on it. Morley, I know Morley reached out to me on the phone last time on the show. I'll have to make sure I call him up. I don't know. He wants to speak to me on something, but I'll make sure. Morley, if you're listening, I'll leave your number with Ollie and them, and they'll reach out to me and give it to me. Okay. And I'll try to call you later today. But anyways, on the 60 Scoop, this is particularly dealing with the children that were taken by Child and Family Services that went into people's houses and just scooped up kids. And as we all know, this was the hundreds and thousands of kids overall that were taken. And if you look at the data and information, these children were sold. They were sold in Canada, they were sold in the United States. They were taken away from their families because their families were poor. Not that they were bad parents. Of course, some may have troubled experiences at home, but a majority of these kids I have met and seen, they were taken from their families. One, in fact, is if you look at Janice Yakachuk. You know, Janice and her family were ripped apart. And only later in the years did they ever get together. And, instead of trying to help them, keep them together as a family, they start giving them away to different families everywhere. You know, that's hard to see. And it was terrifying when I heard the story she told me, what was happening and the responsibility she took as being the eldest. So it just tore their hearts to shreds. So the government did so much damage in doing what they did. So First Nations have settled their 60 Scoop already. There's a court case going, Valerie is called. It's going to court, but I won't talk about that. It's in court. It's going to take a while. But what we've done, of course, as our government, we said we can't wait for that decision because what's going to happen, some of these people are still going to pass, because many are passing actually, they're passing away because of age and illnesses. So we indicated that we got to do our part. We can't just wait for that to happen and find out that they left this world with no justice in their heart, no justice with their family. So our government, the Métis government, decided to look at our revenues in our businesses. We took $2 million away from there, and we're going to issue $5,000 advances to the living 60 Scoop survivors to make sure that they can see some justice, no matter it's not all the justice they should receive.
Yes.
And we're still going to, of course, we filed a lawsuit, MMF did, against Canada on the 60 Scoop Law School. And so that lawsuit is already in play. And Canada just did their arguments, what they're going to produce to argue against our case, that they don't have or not liable for the settlement of this case. But we feel very confident we will win. But this case now, because I don't want it mixed up, I know Morley was talking about residential school, but this is not about residential school. This is about Child and Family Services and the abduction of our children. So, the first group of people, 60 Scoop survivors, already 14 from the Winnipeg region, 3 from the Southeast region, and beyond borders, there'll be 3 from British Columbia, Ottawa, and Alberta. So there'll be the 3. So altogether, there'll be, if I do my math right, 20. We'll off to start getting their checks of $5,000.
Oh, good.
And so I'm very happy with that. That'll happen on Tuesday. I won't be there. Denise Thomas, who's the minister responsible for that file, he'll be there to give the checks, and hopefully media will come to cover it so we can give more information to the people out there that are wanting to get clarity on this issue.
Yes.
Because I said I don't want to mix up with the residential school and believing that, that includes me now, because I was going to a school as a youth as a child. But that's 2 separate claims. Yeah. So that'll happen on Tuesday at 200 Main Street, and I'm looking forward to the happy faces and the smiles, but at the same time the memories. And I've been to a lot of these meetings. I've seen these 60 Scoop survivors cry, and the pain coming out of them is just hard to accept. Hard to accept it didn't have to be this way.
Right.
And so, but I'm so proud of our Métis government. that we're able to use our own money in the meantime to find some justice. So again, there'll be pictures taking, and then hopefully we can push that more in the media to get other people to understand it that may not realize this program is there.
That's for sure.
And they got to apply as soon as they can. Mm-hmm. On another positive note, again, we continue with the child special allowance checks that are coming out to the adult children that have turned age of 18 and over. Mm-hmm. And, of course, the ones that are under the age of 18 that are entitled to children's special allowance, that money is going into an investment. And when you turn at the age of 18, then there'll be a discussion with them to transfer the funds to their account, and hopefully with good interest. So, but right now, we've already commenced. So far, last time reported, we gave 8,734,000 out.
Oh.
Now we're up to 11 million. The 11 million.
That is wonderful.
47,000 has been given out to 400 youth, but they're adults, youth, and according to the system, we call them youth, and we still call our kids even though they're 30. Mm-hmm. But they are age 18 and over. So far, 11 million now has been given out to these kids.
Oh, so that's wonderful.
I know. It's so good.
Yeah.
Over 300 has accepted the program to date, and the impact is good. And what I love about it, we do have financial advisors attached to the program, so they sit down with them and then help them to get a bank account or help them invest their money, help them plan out how to best spend it. And we, of course, when we negotiated this agreement, there is no taxes. There'll be no taxes taken from them. They don't have to worry about that. Oh. We negotiated as part of the settlement that these are not to be taxed by the province or federal Canada. So this is straight, clean money. This is their money, not to be used to pay federal taxes or provincial or any other issues. That this is their money and can be spent according to their desire.
Excellent. I can't believe all the work that you've done, David, and your cabinet. Thank
you very much. Everybody's worked so hard on this. It's been a pressure point for us from our people at the assemblies and regions, telling us how important this is and how something must be done. So that's why I said I was so proud that we earn money in our businesses and we're able to do something, because we would not be able to touch federal or provincial funding to do this. Mm-hmm. But definitely with our own money, we can do what we want. Jeez. So again, it's a good message, and also good news. A first-time home buyer program. I keep that posted in our updates for our people. Mm-hmm. There's now 1,203 families that bought their houses.
Yay.
And that's isn't it unbelievable? Mm-hmm. So that's getting closer and closer to 300 million in mortgages, and the economic benefit to the city, to the towns and villages, you're talking like over 60 million in benefits. So that's why a lot of the mayors and others just love these programs we put in.
Yes.
Because it really makes such a big difference, and they buy houses, and these are hardworking Métis people that all they need is that little break. And so that's important to remember and understand. This is mostly the Métis people themselves using their money.
Yes.
All they need is a little boost, and the rest is their hard work. So, I think there's about, what do they have here on the record? There's 2,460 people living in these houses.
Yes.
Altogether, and there's 650 of them are kids. So now we got security for kids. We got a beautiful home.
Beautiful.
They got something in the future that their family will leave to them, and they'll have a better head start towards the future. So,
absolutely.
So again, it's something I feel very proud of, and I of course commend my minister Goodon and the team in housing, and of course Louisville Capital Corporation, where Anita is the assistant on the board along with others that represent Jack Park, I believe, sits on there. So they make a big difference in the work they do to make it to accomplish it, right? So it's not simple. It's a lot of backroom work that's happening to get things working the way it should be, So
yes.
So again, don't forget it's L'Oreal weekend coming up, and I know that I can't go through the amount of locals that are organized for this. Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable out here. It's just everywhere from Interlake region, Winnipeg region, Northwest region. They have nearly half a page there. Southwest region, local after local after local. And I can't name them all because that'll take an hour.
Yes.
But clearly, it just shows you the viability. It shows our locals are so interactive and so proud.
Yes, the pride.
Pardon me?
Yes, the pride, 100%.
Oh, the pride, just to be there to showcase their activities. What are the simple things of making bannock, but having some dances music, and it's really the goal of this is to get the families together.
Yes.
Because I said on the show several times in the past, it's unfortunate that we seem to gather at funerals and weddings and events like that, but we don't gather enough as family. And that's something that I think that we need to do more. And as I said on the show too, I keep on impressing on management to try to get the staff to all get together, so they can get their families to meet each other, and so we can really. My practice has always been I run our government for sure without question in like a business. I make sure that we're accountable for our money and we carry ourselves with solid financial updates to our people to know exactly what's going on. But at the same time, I say I guide it like a family, because I think it's important that you treat our people like their family, whether they're not Métis or Métis. But if they work for us, they're part of our family. And we got to work hard at keeping the family together. And that's our culture has taught us that. My mom has taught me that.
Right.
And and that's something, and I'm sure your mom has taught you the same, Ollie. So, so family is everything. So, again, thank you to all the locals that are doing so much, whether it's snowshoeing, bannock making, a stick, making bannock on a stick, making a fire, tea boiling, fur display, and all these things. Like even here, they'll have a display at the Paw Regional Office, and the beautiful jackets, the beadwork. Like I'm talking, some of them over 100 years old, and it's just stunning. And of course, that's Dennis Hatch.
Wow.
Dennis Hatch has collected for a long time and spent his own money doing this. And I'm so proud of Dennis and stuff he's done. But Judy's actually wearing one of Dennis's jackets, and Dennis won't sell his stuff. Unfortunately, I'd like to buy some of his stuff so we can put it in our Heritage Center. Our museum is getting closer and closer to 2026. We'll be opening up our museum on Main Portage in Maine. And by the way, I was coming in a plane. I got home not last night, the night before. I got in and I looked out the window and I could see our big MMF sign on that building. My heart started beating downtown. 24 stories up in the sky with the rest of the high rises. There's the MMF.
What a sight!
What a beautiful sight! I was telling that to Dustin, who actually travels with me here in Manitoba to make sure I'm safe and I could rest to read and do work. And as he drives, and when we're coming in this morning, he come pick me up. Not this morning, yesterday morning, before I took off to a meeting at courts, and I took off to the Paw here. And I was looking out my window, I could see the MF, and I said, just imagine, who would ever thought that? Whoever thought that we would get that far? So
Incredible.
It's incredible. It just makes your heart pump,
Well, it's all your hard work, David. You got us here. You got us where we are. So
thank you very much. I'll just keep on working harder. That's what God made me for. That's what He trained me for. So
God's done a great job.
There's a reason for everything,
Yeah. We're very.
Now next week, my hard work's also to be recognized by somebody outside of our family, our Métis family. Next week, I'm going to Ottawa, and I can't speak on what it is, but I'm getting honored and recognized by Canada.
Oh my goodness!
So I'll be going to Ottawa. I'm actually taking my daughter with me. She's never been to these kind of events, and so I gave her my visa yesterday, and I said, go buy yourself whatever you think you should wear. It's a proud day, and for your dad, and then at the same time you'll be there. But people like to dress up on these type of events over there in Ottawa, so I said be ready for that, and then we're coming back the next day. But so it's just then I could talk about it next Saturday.
Well, hallelujah, and we'll have to have the if it's televised, we'll have to have our tissues beside us, because I'm very sure there'll be lots of tears, and not only mine, but I would say all of Manitoba Métis.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, we're proud of you, David.
Fine for me. Okay. Oh, David Boudon just sent me a text. He said because he's the Minister of Agriculture, he said this past Tuesday, February 11th, was also Agricultural Day. So, of course, he's very proud of that. He works very hard at that ministerial portfolio.
Yes.
And I want to say happy 13th birthday to Nina. That's from Lisa and Neil. That's going out to them, and from Sugar. Again, happy birthday, Nina. I know I'll give her money when I see her, but I want to say happy birthday to her. Also, in closing, I want to say a message out. One of our entertainers, Dean Malcolm, it was in Winnipeg, of course, and he was given from his I'll call it inherited. I'll call the word inherited guitar by his late uncle, Jimmy Clarke.
Okay.
Everybody in the music world knows what Jimmy Clarke is, one of
Yes.
the best guitar players.
Yeah.
And he left, I guess, for Dean, he left him his guitar.
Oh, my.
So it's a Merle Haggard picture in the back.
Oh.
And then his fiddle that he had bought personally. Somebody stole them from Ezekiel.
What?
And yeah, last night, I guess, yesterday.
Oh, my
And so
God.
he's calling out to the people out there that please return it. There's more. It's not about the money here. This is really personal. This is the late Jimmy Clarke, one of our historical guitar players that is well known in the music world. Left that for his nephew.
And where is
So-
that, David? Where did
In Winnipeg. It doesn't say where.
Oh, okay.
He just got the message. He sent out a Facebook himself, Dean.
Okay.
Please, this guitar means so much to me.
Oh,
Please
good
give
God.
it back to me in the fiddle. So
Yeah.
whoever has it, please return it, and then we can make sure that Dean can still continue to play music that he loves and
Yes.
entertain and make people dance, make people smile, make people hug. That's what these musicians do. They change the world for people.
They do.
And so that music plays a lot.
And
So
that
again,
guitar is so
George-
important.
Yeah, and so that's a big thing for people, especially when you carry guitars that for forever. You know, that goes in a family.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Dean will transfer it to his kid one day, or his nephew, or his niece. You know.
And Jimmy
So-
Flett was an amazing Métis guitar player.
Oh, he was one of a kind.
One of a kind. That's right.
Yeah. So and until it didn't happen overnight. He practiced and to become the best. So
Yeah.
So if anybody hears this, remember there's a Merle Haggard in the back of it, the big picture of Merle Haggard, and you can see his segues all black, but you can see Merle Haggard's face. And so if anybody's got that guitar, or pawn shops are listening, anybody tries to bring it in, please get a hold of us at the Federation MMF, or get a hold of Dean, go to Facebook, Dean Malcolm, and then get a hold of them and get the guitar back where it belongs. To the
Please.
family. Okay, with that being said, happy Trappers Festival out here in the
Yeah.
fall, and all the people that came from everywhere. I'm wishing them well to have a good time here.
Have
I'm going to
fun.
go see some of the. Pardon me?
Have fun in the paw.
I will. I got to go see some of the events. Of course, there's a lot of events where you can buy all types of beadwork and custom-made jams, and by families, and then there's blankets and all kind of stuff you can buy.
Moccasins and mucklucks
I buy something here every year.
and earrings and
And the businesses love me when I walk into that area. They have such great things. They're so beautiful. I love homemade meals. Like you could take me to the fanciest steakhouse in Winnipeg or Ottawa or Toronto. Or
Right.
you could take me to your house to have most meat and gravy and potatoes. I'll go to your house first. I like traditional foods. I like that own cooking.
now you're
That's my-
talking.
Huh?
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking. That's the magic word. Again, for everybody, take care and listen to Métis Hour, and we'll keep giving you updates what's going on.
Okay.
And I can say proudly, I'm so happy to be back home. I was gone for a month
Yeah.
on these court proceedings, which I'll brief you more
Yep.
next Saturday.
Okay.
Because I can't speak on it right now while I'm in cross-examination.
Yep, sounds
but
good.
After that, I think I'm free to give updates.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
take
thank
care.
you.
Thank you, Cowboys, for finding me.
And happy Louis Riel Day.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.